it's really exciting for me to be able to collaborate with LSC on these conversations. Um, as my colleagues have mentioned, the Access to Legal Aid Caucus is seeking in a bipartisan way to bring more attention and resources to LSC and other legal aid programs across the country. And as part of that mission with LSC's partnership, we've begun hosting congressional briefings for our colleagues and their staffs to highlight the impact of legal aid on an array of constituent service and public benefit programs, including access to COVID recovery funds like stimulus and unemployment insurance benefits, eviction relief, and today we're talking about legal aid for veterans. As you mentioned, before coming to Congress, I spent years serving as National Pro Bono Counsel with a large national firm, to try to provide legal representation to those who wouldn't have access otherwise. And now that I've come to Congress, the constituent services that we do when we hear from clients, it's very much, sorry, I said clients, I have a hard time going back and forth between clients and constituents because we're very often dealing with the same needs, access to public benefits, access to the justice system. So there's a really great synergy here, and we want to keep highlighting it and making sure that members of Congress and their staff understand how impactful legal aid can be and appreciate that as well. So, legal aid that focuses specifically on veterans is an important aspect of legal aid, both because they have specific legal needs, whether it's veterans benefits, discharge ratings, that kind of thing, or because of the culture of being a soldier, of being a veteran. It makes them harder to reach in many cases. We see the same thing with first responders. There's a level of mistrust of outsiders, and so we often really have to target legal services to our veterans. That's one reason why with my colleague, Representative Fitzpatrick, who just spoke, we introduced the Veterans Medical Legal Partnership Act of 2021, which would provide grants to state and local governments to create medical legal partnerships aimed at ensuring access to legal services for veterans. And through that, hoping to reduce homelessness, recidivism, prevent victimization from the people who try to scam veterans. And so this legislation will authorize $6.5 million annually for fiscal years 2022 through 2027 to fund those grants. And as part of going to where veterans are, to meet them where they are, because we've found over time that's the most effective way to get legal services to veterans. So it's exciting to be part of that. There's much more work we can do. One of the things I'm excited about in the Build Back Better program that we're looking at is that it has yet to pass the House, but we're working on it. That has money in it to modernize the VA's records. We know that one of the big barriers to getting relief for veterans when they need to access their service records is that those records have not been digitized, and it can be a nightmare to try to get them. So that's something else that we're working on to try to move the veterans legal aid system forward. So I'm really looking forward to hearing more from our speakers today, for bringing their expertise to this discussion, to giving us the lay of the land right now, and to hearing how our congressional offices can help connect our service members, whether present, future, past, with the resources they need, and to be able to share that information with my colleagues across the House. Also really interested in the efforts that are ongoing to reduce homelessness for veterans. I have a sister with a service-related disability, and she experienced homelessness for a while, but with the work of some of our veterans legal aid folks was able to get into permanent housing and is doing much better now. So excited to continue this partnership and to move forward.